What's up guys, Flo here, and this is your Dummies guide to Valorant's economy. Valorant's economy is important because it dictates what you can buy and the chances of you winning the round. If you have worse guns, normally you lose the round. If you have better guns, normally you win the round. That's on the assumption that all players are of close, reasonable skill level. Now let's start off with a round win. With a round win, every single member on your team gains 3,000 credits across the board. Now this changes individually per player depending on the amount of kills. If you get 1 kill, you get 200 credits. And for every single additional kill, you get another 200. With losing a round, it's a little bit different. Valorant has a loss bonus that slowly starts growing the more consecutive rounds you lose. This is to allow the losing team to have some sort of way of getting back into the game, since the idea is that if you continue to lose and you continually get way less money than the winning team, then you're going to forever be unable to come back, as you're just going to have worse weaponry and you're already in a down situation. With the lose bonus, you eventually start getting more and more the more consecutive losses you get, capping out at 3. And that way it'll give you a kind of a chance to crawl back into the game. So at the first loss, you get 1,900 credits. Second loss, you get 2,400 credits. And the third loss, you get 2,900 credits. This is an additional 500 credits per loss round after the first one, capping out at the third loss round, which is at 2,900. Keep in mind that the kills still apply here, so for every single kill you get an additional 200. And if you're an attacker and you still lose the round after a spike plant, you still get 300 credits across the board for your entire team. So how does this play out in a game? Well, you take a look and you open your buy menu and you can see the current amount of credits in the top left. Under it is the minimum amount you'll get for the next round. This minimum for next round will give you a worst case scenario where you get no kills and no extra bonuses, and that the only amount of credits you'll get is from strictly losing the round. This way you can plan accordingly for the next round. So the magic number is 3,900. Why, you might ask? 3,900 is the exact amount you need to purchase heavy shields and a phantom or vandal. Keep in mind this doesn't include any abilities, and the reason I'm not including it is because every single agent has different prices for their abilities. I'm gonna say though, on average, each agent probably takes around 4,500 credits to be able to full buy, including abilities. But if you main an agent, you can find out just by adding the numbers up. So let's talk about the first thing, which is saving. When do you decide to save? Saving is usually decided when you look at your team's economy. You can do this by pressing tab and it'll show the credits that your team has, and you realize that as a team it's not a smart idea to buy because you're gonna have worse weapons than the enemy team, and by just scraping by with whatever money you have, you're still probably gonna end up losing the round. So instead you decide to save. You don't purchase anything, or you purchase the minimum amount to be able to buy the next round. So this is where the 3,900 magic number comes in. You press your buy button, which is B, and you highlight over the minimum of next round to understand, okay, if I can stay above 3,900, I'll be able to buy full shields and then a gun. Obviously, you want to aim a little bit above that so that you're able to buy your abilities, or you can go for light shields, which are cheaper but come at a cost of less health. Now let's pretend that you have a little bit extra. You don't have enough credits that you're able to buy a phantom or something like that, but you do have a little excess credits for next round. So what do? This is where you can buy upgraded weapons. Maybe your minimum for next round is around 5,000 credits. You might want to think about buying a sheriff if you're good with that, or an upgraded pistol, or maybe sometimes even like something like a Bucky or a Stinger, depending on the amount of money you have. As long as you're able to buy for the next round, it's still a good save, and you're able to have upgraded weapons that will help you get kills for the next round. Now, it might not seem like it matters, but here is why buying upgraded weapons might not be the worst choice. One, the obvious choice: what if you have a chance to win the round? Rounds where someone pops off, or even you pop off, happens. And if you have upgraded weapons, that makes it more possible than just doing it with a classic. By doing this and buying upgraded weapons when you can, you continually hurt the economy of the enemy, and so that they have to continue full buying. If you think of it in a price to performance ratio, you can realize that buying an $800 sheriff and getting a one-tap headshot with it can cost the enemy almost 4,000 credits, considering that they bought full shields and a vandal or a phantom. Now, the chances of you winning the round are probably slim, but the snowball effect that leads into future rounds where the enemy is forced to save will come more easily. Next is a half buy. A half buy is when you realize that majority of your team has almost enough to buy. So that's usually sitting around like 3,500, 3,600 credits. You guys decide to save, but instead of full saving and not buying anything, you end up buying something like light shields and a Stinger. Since your team is still able to buy the next round, this gives you the most chance to win the current round without jeopardizing your future rounds. Buying a light armor and Stinger gives you chances to win fights that you normally wouldn't, and at the same time, at the bare minimum, will probably hurt the enemy's economy by just getting a few kills. The last type of buy I want to bring up is a force buy. A force buy is when, even though you don't have the 3,900 credits like I said before, you still decide to buy because your team feels like it's a good decision. I say team because disjointed buys are almost usually never good, since one person might have a good weapon and they might pop off, but if their team can't help him, the majority of the time it loses you the round. Force buys are usually when it's something like the last round of the half, the last round of the game, or a really pivotal round that your team feels like they need to win, that you end up just spending all your money even if your weaponry comes short. The final one I'm going to bring up is the full buy, which everyone can imagine. It's full armor, full abilities, full shields. These are most gun rounds where both sides have weapons, and the normal textbook Valorant game that you probably imagine. There might be an op here if someone has saved enough credits to use it, but that's just how Valorant is meant to be played. I hope this helped, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and comment and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon so you can see when I upload again. I'm going to be making more of these dummy guides to Valorant in hopes that if you have any new friends that need help, you can just send them this video and they'll be all set to go. Make sure you follow all my socials. They're going to be posted in the description below, and comment below what you think your favorite eco weapon is. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.